One of the things that's really exciting about living in Africa is that I'm constantly seeing things that would be, would be very competitive in the United States or any mature economy. There are opportunities that have yet to be harvested, so to speak, for lack of a better word. And it could be anything from student housing to, speaking of the real estate space, student housing to nursing homes to multifamily to logistics and dry ports and warehousing and blah, blah, blah. Because a lot of the inventory in Africa is obviously really, dated, and it's the fastest growing continent in the world, fastest urbanizing place in the world. And so you can imagine as these cities explode, horizontally, what a deficit of modern property, commercial space, residential, there must be. And there is in all those spaces. So I was talking with a dear friend over at JLL. JLL is the very famous and widely known property consultant based out of New York, but they're all over Africa, and they've got a big hub in Johannesburg. And I was talking with one of the commercial guys, a good friend of mine, and he got me excited about some new areas of opportunity. He was saying, CJ, there's with all these big brands pushing into Africa, the Amazons and the Walmarts and the pharma companies and the InBev and the Coca-Colas and all this, the big soft drinks and ag companies and the Monsantos and whatnot. A lot of these groups have activist boards, or they're public companies, and the thing that is driving a lot of decisions in the property space right now is ESG, environmental, sustainable and governance. And it's the idea that ESG become a key input in commercial property in terms of environmental impact and sustainability. These companies are leaving millions, if not tens of millions of dollars on the table in terms of tax abatements and write-offs when they're not able to occupy ESG or LEED compliant or green rated commercial property. And this represents an opportunity for developers, because developers can take advantage of tenants that need to find these ESG compliant spaces. And Peter was saying, CJ, just do an audit of all the commercial leases in a particular market, and then approach them. Anybody that's got a lease expiring in a year or two, approach them and build to suit and make it ESG compliant, and they will come. You approach these guys about building commercial property that is bespoke and build to suit, but also ticks all these ESG boxes, and you're making them money, because now they can take advantage of all these incentives. So this is a huge real estate opportunity, which is very exciting from my point of view, because having a single tenant client who probably doesn't want to own the thing, but just would rent from you for 20 years. That's what commercial property is all about: appreciation, cash flow, tax breaks. Just a wild opportunity. That's Africa for you. Everywhere you look, there's an opportunity. CJ in Cape Town. We're out.